Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Welcome to the virtual press conference. We are here with our first guest of the evening, heavyweight Nick Johnson, fighting out of Tempe or Chandler. Are you representing?
Let's go Detroit.
Oh, Detroit. There we go. Detroit 7-1 as a pro with 4 knockouts. How you doing today?
I'm great. I'm blessed. Happy to be here. I appreciate you having me on and ready to answer some questions, talk some boxing, and yeah, how you doing?
Good, man. Excited to be doing this. This is one of the first. Last week we did have a virtual face-off, but this is an actual full-blown virtual press conference that we're doing. So, appreciate having you guys on too. Now, we just talked really quickly. It's been a while since you fought December 2nd, and you did have you were in there tough, man. You had a tough guy in front of you. There's a lot of weight that you were having to move around with that guy.
Yep.
What was that like? Because it seemed like you had him out many times, but that was a durable guy.
Oh yeah, he was very durable. I actually enjoyed it. I really did. It helped me not only bank those 4 rounds, but end up stopping them in the 4th. So it was good. Not only to get in the ring with the guy who had that much experience, but was also that durable. And just it made me work on different things, try and figure out different ways and different, attack the body, attack the head, what's open, what's not. So yeah, it was just a good job just wearing them down the whole time.
Yeah, how long did you take before you got back in the gym after that one?
When did I get back in? Probably mid-December. I took a little time off and just kind of just recovered and recouped, and then got right back at it, and then took some time for the holidays too after that, and then I've been in a solid training camp for, I want to say, probably about 2 months now.
Nice.
So it's been good, yeah.
And you're getting in a good boxing rhythm. You're representing Box Out AZ out there.
I switched gym, just so you know.
Okay, switch gyms.
I'm over at Old School now.
Oh, Old School. Okay.
Yeah.
A great historic gym. Winner of Arizona Boxing Gym of the Year 2023 as well.
Yep. That was your guys' gym of the year.
Yep. Definitely great gym. Great gym. Great work there. With that being said, I mean, that's a good look for you there too. Boxing wasn't your first sport. Talk to me really quickly about your athletic background.
Yeah, so I pretty much played everything growing up: football, basketball, track. My number one sport was football. I played that all through high school, probably since I was 9. So elementary, middle school, high school. Then I got into college, got my full ride scholarship at Northern Arizona, NAU. And then, after that, just, started just getting a lot more active in the fitness world. And then that kind of led into the boxing world. And then I kind of just fell in love with it. I was upset that I didn't get introduced to it sooner, especially coming from a city like Detroit. It was just kind of crazy. Like, we got Crunk, we got everything, all the gyms out there too. Tony Harrison's gym, super bad. And I was just kind of upset that, it took this long for me to get introduced into the sport.
Yeah, no, without a doubt, especially in Detroit. How old are you when you moved to Arizona?
Right after high school, 18. I just got all my stuff, said bye to the parents, love you guys, and I went on my way.
And boxing was never in the picture at all? You never crossed paths with any gyms, any fighters out there?
Never. No, I didn't even really know a whole lot about boxing, to be honest, until maybe 4 years ago when I actually first started. So, yeah, it's been a journey. It's been fun.
Now, what actually got you into boxing? Was it a person, a gym, or
my former coach, Aaron, shout out to you. He really just started holding mitts for me, and then because I wanted to get in, great shape and really just kind of learn how to throw correct punches and, learn defense, learn how to box, what is boxing, all that. So he kind of just took me and just kind of molded me. And then, after maybe about a month, he was like, man, I think you should really think about, boxing. And then I was like, I don't know, like just the football in me was like, I already took a lot of hits to the head. But, after that, I was like, you know what, let's go. I started sparring and I'm like, oh no, this is way better than football. So, yeah.
What's that like, being in the gridiron and being in the ring? What's the difference competitive wise?
Oh man, it's so many. So honestly, I think the biggest takeaway I take from it is in boxing, you can't cheat the grind. It'll show itself in front of the whole world, in front of everybody, and everybody will know if something's up. If you trained, if you look shitty, if you look good, everybody knows. As in football, you have 10 other people who can pick up your slack. If you have a off day, or if you haven't been training the way you should have been, you still have 10 other people who can basically be the stars of the team. So I think that's the biggest thing. But the other thing is definitely the conditioning. Definitely the cardio for boxing is a different animal than football.
How long
I
did
think
it take you?
those probably be the top two. And I would say, man, it's a lot harder because you don't understand and realize how much running goes into it when you're getting ready for fights or longer fights, and then on top of that, all the sparring that you have to do and how many more rounds you have to spar just to get ready for like a 4 or 6 rounder fight. You end up doing 8 to 10 rounds in sparring. So it's a lot different, but I love it.
And how long was that transition process did it take for you to feel actually comfortable for even going in a 4-round fight?
Let's see. I think we started. It probably took me about nine months to actually understand boxing and get down the correct punches and defense and working drills and sparring. And then we got I wanted to initially go amateur, but it was during COVID, and they weren't doing no amateur shows. And I was like, I ain't getting no younger, so let's just go pro and see how we do. And my first match was against Trevor Katora. Shout out to you, my guy. And lost that on decision. And then I was like, okay, maybe I don't know everything, or that I need to know, or I didn't train how I should have trained. So I think after that, I took another maybe 9 months off just to go back to the drawing board. And I started adding running because I didn't run my first fight. So I added running in. I added longer rounds in sparring. I added longer rounds on the bag, and it's helped out a lot. And now the biggest thing is just getting more comfortable and relaxed inside the ring in front of people. So
yeah, you've definitely you've gone 7 or 6 straight at the Celebrity Theater. This is now going to be your 7th straight fight at the Celebrity Theater.
Yep.
What's the preparation been like for this one? And has there been any like notable sparrings? You mentioned you switched gyms. Anybody new that you've been working with?
Yeah, I work with Cesar. He's on the card. And then a couple of their other amateur heavyweights they have there. And then Adam Stewart comes over time to time to spar with us. And yeah, we've been getting a lot of good sparring in. I've been running at least 4 miles 3 days a week, sparring 10 rounds. And, it's just been a lot of just grinding and my biggest goal for this camp was to get my cardio in check and come in and just be able to, if it goes 6 rounds, be able to go 6 and do 2 more if I need to.
And this is going to be your first scheduled 6-rounder?
Yep, this will be my first 6-rounder.
Wow, this is going to be pretty exciting. And those are, Adam Stewart and Cesar Novato, those are 2 top heavyweights out here. And
yeah,
they had a war with each other last summer,
yep,
too.
They did. Those are my guys. Yep, I appreciate both of them. So,
great work.
It's been a journey. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting. We're looking forward to it. Before we let you go and get on to our next guest here, what other questions or comments do you have for everybody coming out, and where can people follow you? And if you have any tickets to sell, now's the time to plug that in.
Yep. So I got tickets. Hit me up. My Instagram is JUST.NickJ, NICKJ. You can DM me on there. I got plenty of tickets. You can follow me, follow back, all that fun stuff. Yeah, we're just ready, man. I appreciate you having me on the show. I appreciate everything you're doing for boxing in Arizona and out here, and I can't wait to see you Saturday.
Yeah, man, definitely looking forward to it. And we'll be having highlights and clips, if not the full fight, uploaded on this channel too. So for everybody tuning in, make sure you stay subscribed to the channel, and you'll be able to follow Nick's journey. And we'll be doing some work. I know I'd reached out to you. We're going to be doing some video work pretty soon as well too.
Yep. We'll get it for the next fight.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Well, thank you again for your time. Appreciate it. And we'll see you on Saturday.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Subscribe to ITR Boxing. We out here.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep.
And we are here now with our next guest. No break for me. Just going right into it. King Joseph Rivas. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. Just ready to scrap it out on Saturday now. That's all I'm waiting for. I'm tired of waiting.
You know, any fans of you, we already know what you come to bring. you've had a decent amount of preparation. You were on Nick's undercard as well too, where you guys fought on the same card as well.
I want to say, yeah, we fought. Actually, I think I was the fight after Nick. So Nick fought, and then I fought right after him.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that was the one we mentioned. He was fighting that big 300-pounder. That was it was a fun fight for
yeah,
him. But
that was a fun fight, man. That actually got me pumped up for my fight because we were in the back room. We were thinking, man, this guy ain't going down, man. And Nick started some punches on him.
and he
Yeah, it
was.
was insane.
There was a couple times. There's a couple of stills that I got some shots where it looked like he was like punching right through that guy's stomach. It was pretty funny
Yeah,
to see.
man, it was sick. You can see it back there when we were watching it in the back room. We were like, how the hell is this guy still standing, bro? There's no way. I would have. Yeah, fuck that.
Well, on to you now. Since then, you had to take some time off, some medical time off. How are you doing? How's the recovery been, and how's everything going?
I mean, it was weird, man. In the beginning, like it was just something I never had personally. So, like after the fight, everything was done and over with. I went to the hospital. We got cleared. We got out and everything. It was just there were some symptoms that I didn't know that I was having. Like I was forgetting certain things. Like just memory issues. Like I just didn't know. Like it was just weird. It's kind of hard to explain, just cause like how can I say? It was more I was scared to start like backup training, because from what I was told, any brain injury, anything like that, you got to take it slow, because anything you do, push ups, sit ups, anything that could rattle the brain, or like do anything towards the brain, it could just like extend my time out of the ring. So I was like, shit. So I was just bummed out about not doing push-ups, bummed out not doing any type of training for probably to the end of February. It was like a pain in the ass not doing nothing.
Yeah.
No sparring, no running, no jump roping, no nothing. So, I mean, that was just the downside of everything, because I always like to stay ready. But I guess the good side of it kind of was, just spending more time with my kids and everything. Like that's probably the only good thing I can say I got out of it. But other than that, man, I mean, the second I was clear, the second I felt better, we were on the grind, and we were just going nonstop. So
Yeah, it's great to hear.
that's how. Yeah.
And definitely always got to take care of yourself first. So glad to hear that you're back in full health and everything. You're doing well. There hasn't been a whole lot of time for preparation. How's training camp been so far?
It's been tough. It's been tough. My team, they're great. Randy's always been on top of my ass about a whole bunch of things, and he's at this point, we're to the point right now where we're taking. I'm on my way to my first 6 round fight this weekend as well. So
Hmm.
we already know that's already going to be there. We're planning not going 6 rounds, just because of what we've been preparing for, and we've been trying to train more boxing than anything, because my style, and then that's where my discipline comes into play, because I just like to fight.
Yeah.
I just like to fight, and like what Ryan Garcia said this past weekend, man, he got ADHD. He just does whatever. It's like I feel like we all do that sometimes in the ring. It's just I go in there, I have a plan, I I set up my stuff, and then it's like I get exciting. I hear I get excited, and then I hear the crowd getting excited, and I'm just like, I got to keep feeding it. So I just go and go and go, and that's like my biggest how can I say? It's like my biggest weakness, but it's also like one of my greatest strengths. And it's like I gotta learn how to tune it up. So that's what we've just been working on this whole camp, is just you know tweaking a little couple things and making sure I'm actually looking like an actual boxer and not a brawler. So that's just been the main focus of this camp. So hopefully you guys can actually see a new and improved fighter this time coming up. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing what you have in the tool bag. Have you been doing a lot of sparring with Connor and anybody else?
I was about to say, man, I've been sparring Connor, been going to other gyms and sparring. Just last week, I put in just almost 5 days back to back, but I did 4 days. Did Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday back to back sparrings. I did about over 35 rounds of sparring last week, and we were just,
Wow.
just focusing on every little thing that Randy has me doing. So we're more than prepared for this fight. It's just gonna come down to, like I said, it's just gonna come down to my discipline and staying in boxing or brawling it out, and that's not what I want to do. And I know I have to keep that in my mind, not to do that, so it's just, I got to actually be, you guys going to see like a whole new technical person for this fight. You know, I'm gonna be a whole different person.
Now, your opponent changed from when you first found out you were fighting. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was correct. Yeah.
What do you know about your opponent now, and has the game plan changed from what Randy's got you working on?
The game plan changed just a little bit, just because we figured out my guy's a little taller. You know what I mean? But I do really good against tall people. You know, that's all I ever spar. You know, I spar Isaac at the gym, and he's, I want to say 5'11", 6 foot even. He's about 170 pounds, solid, man. So like that's who my main sparring partner is all the time. So that's why I'm able to go out there and brawl with these guys at 140, 135, because they don't hit like that guy does. So I don't mind getting into a scrap, but at the same time, you know, what happened in December, we don't want to happen again, and we don't know where I'm 100% just yet, you know. So I want to go in there. I want to make sure everything's technical. I want to make sure everything's sharp, and we want to make sure my timing's on point. But we just know that this guy's just tall and long, and we just know he likes to brawl. You know, we know he's tough. He just fought his first 6-round fight in December as well, so he's, you know, he's prepared for it. But like I said, we're not gonna go 6 rounds, dude. Fuck that. I would do anything in my power not to go 6 rounds. I am not going 6 rounds. I'm not doing it. I
We've
am
had
predicting that right now.
Trevor McCumbee. One of my favorite lines that he ever said is, "We don't get paid overtime in the ring."
Yeah, man, we don't. Fuck that. Hell no.
You've always fought above your weight class. Is this going to be at your natural weight where you want to fight now?
I guess not. My natural weight I like to fight at is like 135. You know, that's where I feel more strong and more comfortable at. You know, this fight's gonna be at 132. So, like right now, the weight cut is, I mean, it's weight cut. Weight cuts, weight cuts. You know, I mean, I've done it before. I cut down all the way to 125, but I look like Conor McGregor at 145, cutting down to that weight, and I don't want that anymore. So, I've been a couple years, but I mean, like I said, we're gonna see how I feel like this thing goes during this, and I feel good after weigh-ins and everything. We might stick 130, but 135 is my more comfortable weight that I like to be at, and I feel so. Yeah, I've been fighting everyone above 140, 145, 147. So I've been fighting the bigger guys. So I'm kind of excited to see how I feel at like my natural weight.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to that too. Before we let you go and get on to the next guest, this was a quick little interview here as well. But anything you have for the fans that are going to be coming in and tuning in, and shout out any sponsors, supporters, and where can people find you? And again, if you have tickets, where can people purchase them from?
Yeah, I got tickets on hand, guys. So if you guys can hit me up on my Instagram at king_Rivas_, that'd be great. Or go to my gym right there at 640 North Arizona Boulevard in Coolidge at Robles Boxing and Fitness. We got tickets on hand that we're trying to sell out. Try to bring a big crowd to watch me fight. You know, because that's all it is, man. It's all about ticket sales and money. That's what a lot of people want to see, and promoters want to see, and that's what makes us as small town, fighters trying to come up. So it's you, the people, that are actually helping us out. You know, I could get 20 knockouts in a row, but if I'm not selling tickets, it ain't doing me any good. Shout out to all my sponsors that sponsor me, and shout out to my team. But just can't wait till Saturday, guys, and hopefully I can prove to the world and prove to you guys again that this guy could do something with boxing. So I'm excited, man.
Definitely. Well, we're all looking forward to it. We're big supporters. And again, we'll be having fight clips, if not the full fight, up on this channel. So make sure you guys follow and subscribe. But again, thank you for your time, Joseph, and I'll see you on Saturday.
All right. See you Saturday, man. Have a good one.
See ya. All right, guys. And now we are on with Trini Ochoa. Trini, how are you doing?
Good. And you?
Good, man. Good. I got to do the same, going back to back with you guys at the rapid fire interview questions. This has been fun, but really quick, you are the 140-pound WBC silver or United States silver champion still. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, I won that my last fight, and it was a good time.
It's exciting. Is that going to be something that you're going to be having on the line this weekend as well?
Not this weekend, but surely in the future. Coming soon, and we want to go for more belts too, so there's that up in there too.
Now you've definitely been on the road. I see that you were, traveling more. Notably, you were up in Seattle with the Benavides camp. What was that experience like for you?
It was good. We got to learn a lot. Jose Benavides, the David Benavides' dad. Uh, he was my coach my first 2 years starting out boxing. So it was good to see them again. It's been a while, so they're good friends of ours, and got some great work out there, good sparring. All those guys are tough. You know how they fight. They come forward, and then they're gonna put you to work. So I got a lot of good experience up there.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I mean, I've been around you. I've seen you fight. I've seen you train and seen you spar. Very impressive. You're in a division right now that's stacked with the best talent. I mean, we talk about it all the time on our shows. That weight division is the most talent-filled division. How does it feel coming up in that division right now on your journey?
It's exciting because all the top dogs are there. It's tough competition, and that's the only way you get better is fighting other people that are up there and having good competition. So I'm looking to become one of the greats. So it's exciting for me.
Now, this fight that you have, you're coming off of a scheduled 8-round fight. You finished that one in the 3rd round last December. How many rounds is this one going to be?
If I had to say, I would say 5 or 6.
You're going to end it early again?
Yep. That's always the goal.
How long have you been training or preparing for this specific fight?
I mean, kind of all year, to be honest. I started training camp. 8-week training camp is what we always go to. So we had that, and started the year off strong by going to Seattle, and we stopped by Vegas on the way back. Got some sparring there at Top Rank, and we've just been working constantly this year, and we just hit it hard when I got back, and I'm feeling great.
Any notable guys that you did get in the ring and spar with?
Yeah, definitely. I was actually up in California this last month or so, sparring with Lomachenko.
Wow,
So we got that great work right there. That's the best work I can ask for right now. So
that's an experience.
I'm feeling great.
Talk to me about that. What was that experience like, being in that gym, being around him, and getting in the ring with him?
Man, I got to learn a lot. He's a smart fighter. I'm also a smart fighter, so it really felt like I was playing chess in that ring. It was had to set up my moves, a couple steps ahead more than I normally do. It was very exciting, and sparring somebody with that much speed and agility on their feet, it's definitely something I could take a few things from.
Yeah, that's exciting. I wasn't aware of that too, so that's definitely exciting to see and hear. Now, briefly, there's going to be some people that tune in that are not familiar with you. We have a lot of Arizona fans here, but really quickly, kind of talk about where you're from, what gym you're representing. I understand you are from you train out of your home gym, correct?
Yeah.
But yeah, talk about because I know you travel around Arizona. You've gotten in a lot of work with a lot of different guys. I've seen you at F1. Give us a little bit about your background.
I'm from Mesa. I started off before boxing. I got in a couple of street fights in junior high and stuff, and then that's how everything kind of started. I found out I love fighting from that, and obviously started with Benavides my first 2 years. There was a gym called Power MMA. We trained out of there for a while, and just took it slowly. We had to do a lot of sacrifice, a lot of everything. And to get eventually where we are now, we're setting up our own private gym right now. We have that going, so that's pretty nice. And we're just getting work wherever we can over here in Arizona. We're obviously going out of state now because we got to get the best work we can find. So we're gonna have to go out of state a lot more, and it's just exciting.
Now, you're also a tattoo artist, correct?
I've apprenticed. I've done tattoos. I'm not full-fledged or nothing right now. I gotta focus on boxing.
Okay. So how is that balance coming out? Is it something you're passionate about, or is it just kind of on the back burner for the time being?
It's definitely on the back burner for the time being. Boxing takes out so much. Obviously, we're not even in town most of the year. Most of the year we've been out of town. So yeah, it's definitely on the back burner. I have a lot of hobbies and stuff to do in my free time as well, so that's cool.
Now, talk to us about that too, because a lot of times fighters, the perception of fighters is, they're tough, they're rugged, they're almost dehumanized in a sense, but they're really some of the most relatable athletes in the world. Tell us about some of your hobbies and what you do outside of the ring to stay, because boxing can be mentally draining too. What do you do to stay grounded?
Yeah, obviously, we can't go out and party as much as other people like normally can. So I'm usually just in my room. I see you got the Mortal Kombat poster in the back. I play a lot of video games. That's what takes most of my time. I like fighting games like that. I play all kinds of games. Um, I'll go around to local card shops, play card games, like stuff like that. And yeah, that video games. I'll do anything computer wise. I'm a big nerd, so I like getting into that stuff too.
And it's that that alone, the contrast, the night and day, because if anybody's seen you in the ring, they see something completely different, a different side of you. Now with your background as well too, was your family into boxing, or was this something that just your street fighting that got you into it?
My family was into fighting as well, like a lot on the street. I think I have a great grandpa who was a boxer and everything, but mostly it's just street fighting. My family's big street fighters, so as I started to go down that route, and my dad decided, let's do it the right way. Let's change the cycle, right, and do it right and make money with it, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, and your dad's definitely a good guy too. I've spoken with him a few times as well. Definitely shout out to him. Hey, if you want to, I'm not going to get in a ring with you, but if you want to get on Mortal Kombat, bro, we definitely can.
Oh, let's do it. My older brother played that game so much, man. So I mean, I haven't played it, but I might get a few tips from him before I hop on with you.
Yeah, I'm not that great at it. It's definitely it's a fun stuff to do. Obviously, I'm a big Mortal Kombat junkie, so I just enjoy it. It's a definitely a hobby as well.
You play any other fighting games? Just Mortal
WWE.
Kombat. Okay.
Yeah, that's like
Cool.
the only other one. I've played Street Fighter too, but I'm not that great at that one.
Yeah, me too.
Are you a PlayStation or a PC?
Both.
Both.
I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah.
I have everything. I have every console.
You're like one of those fighters that's a free agent, ready to fight anybody at any time, basically.
Yeah, pretty much anytime, anywhere, on anything.
Have you played that boxing game Undisputed?
I haven't played it myself, but I definitely watched a lot of videos on it.
Yeah, I was looking at the beta for that too, and that one it looks promising, but I'm not sure. It's taking a while for it to launch. That's one thing I'm excited for if that happens.
I'm just
Um,
impressed on how much fighters they actually got in that thing so far, and it's not even like a known brand yet.
I know, and that was going to segue that to the next question. Is that something, being a fighter? I've heard of other like sports stars and whatnot. Football players, WWE wrestlers. They want to be in that video game. Is that something that's kind of one of your goals in the sport, is to be featured in a boxing game one day?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. If any boxing games coming out, and if they ever ask me, that's the easiest yes I'll ever say in my life.
Definitely, I'm not going to be surprised at that if that happens. Well, with that being said, what else do we have in store for this weekend, and where can people find you, follow you, and also, do you have any tickets to sell? Where can people buy that? And shout out to all your sponsors. I know you're definitely well loved out here in Arizona.
Yeah, big shout out to all my sponsors. I appreciate every one of them. It wouldn't be possible without them. Especially going out of town and everything, they help me so much. Um, Also shout out to friends, family this weekend. Celebrity Theater, Phoenix AZ. I'll be there fighting for the main event, and I'll be putting on a good show. And yeah, thanks to my sponsors, fans, family, friends. They support me every single fight. Every single fight's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Shout out to my Instagram. If you want tickets or whatever, hit me up on Instagram, Trini8A, or hit up my dad, Trini Tattoo. He handles most of the tickets usually. So yeah, we'll be there.
Awesome. Well, hey, again, appreciate you coming on too. This is one of our first virtual press conferences, and I'm happy to have you and Joseph and Nick Johnson on board as well. And really quickly too, going to throw this out there because last week we did a face-off with Elias Terraza and Jesus Ibarra. Those guys are fighting around your weight division. Those two guys never thought that they would end up fighting each other. So I'll throw the question to you as well too. Do you now, with that out there, do you possibly see yourself fighting one of them or any of these other guys that have been on the cards with you?
No, we try to keep things, Arizona, we like to build each other up and grow. I spar with these guys and do everything. There's no reason for us to fight each other.
Definitely understand. Well, hey, again, appreciate your time, Trini, and we will see you Saturday. And again, we'll be having fight clips and highlights up of your fight on this channel as well. So make sure everybody tune in. You tune in and subscribe to see what kind of work he does this weekend.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you again.
care.
Appreciate it. And thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you at the next one.